This is Fallen Angel from Guild Exodus on Combined's Armor server, S1, S4, and S7. Do apologize, there's a slight lag, and I haven't done a voiceover in a very long time. So, to start doing this recording, because it was at the request of my fellow guildies, so I'm just going to show you my rotation, so that way you can get a better output of gold. Alright, so initially for setup, I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Hercules. Now for archers, obviously we do the most output and damage, so let's go ahead and get them set up. Now a couple of things, you want to be in front of your units, especially when you're in Sylph mode, because obviously the increase in output and damage every time you get hit. Go ahead and look at my schedule. So look in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gone ahead and set up my skills. You want to keep this order. After all the updates and stuff like that, I've determined this to be the best order, starting with 5 down to 1. This is especially for double hitting and for a maximum amount of damage. Passives, stuff like that. Alrighty. To reduce lag, you want to go ahead and make sure you're not wearing any clothing. For me, let's go ahead and increase my output of damage just for this session. In the rear. Now for skills, there's only 4 skills that I use. And obviously we're trying to go for maximum damage. Ever since they did the update where they reduced and you can't survive world boss anymore, we need to maximize damage on every round. So I go ahead and use the Chaos Rune and the Brutality Rune. The Brutality Rune you want to try and use just to maximize extra damage. This just helps in the passing by. Now, these are the skills I use. Multi-shot, single shot, armor piercer, Delphic sniper. Some people prefer to use armor piercer. I prefer to use Delphic sniper. Oh, we only got a minute. Let's go ahead and go in. Now what I found is that this rotation, I had to adjust a few times after all the updates, but this is the best that I found that allows for full maximization and double hitting like I said before. Good, we got about a minute 30. And sorry for the crappy audio, having to use my internal Mac microphone. It's not the best, I'm a little far away. I haven't invested in good audio recording equipment yet. But hopefully this will help my guildies and everyone who decides to view this video. As you can see, lots of lag. What I've found is that this rotation is actually pretty efficient on even slow connections, 5 megabit, 10 megabit. Right now I actually run on a supposedly 50 megabit, but I have Time Warner, and they aren't exactly the best and reliable. Alrighty, so as we saw before, I got my Hercules, got my skills, pot up a little bit, just to, get a little fancy. Again, make sure you're in front of your units. And here we go, about to start. So as you can see, I have some pretty much lag, 6 seconds. But let's go ahead and go. Once we keep going, it gets a little better. I usually like to start with multi-shot. Always sets everything. Click on the OK. Sets everything up. Now my objective, one thing you need to be careful of is that your final, you don't want to make sure you don't miss your sniper. That's where a lot of your damage is going to come from. So obviously with the auto attack, it's not always going to be the same skills. But you always want to be prepared. Make sure you have nice maximum damage. You try to shoot for 100, so that way you can get a nice armor piercer on the last hit. There we go. See, now I'm lagging. What I found is that it's best to refresh after the second round once you're finished with the Sylph round. That way you have at least one round for your computer to catch up everything to cache, and that way your Sylph round isn't messed up, because your Sylph round is the most important. V-Band. Nice strong people here. On the Sylph round, always start with an AP shot. As soon as the weapon goes, Sylph. Now we're going to brute this time to start. There we go. Timing is everything, especially with the Sylphs. Now I may not have a good first round, obviously because I'm caching, lagging, all that other jazz. See, I messed up right there. So right here between the Shock Chain and the Thunder Strike is very hard to manage. So I have to rely on the caching. Once I do a refresh, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to good. Now if it happens and you mess up, I'll show you in a later Sylph round, hopefully my connection will be better. But when it's better, I'll show you the difference. Hopefully I can show you there. But like, that's a lag round for me if I don't make that second double hit. Hopefully one day or two we'll go ahead and fix, you know, all the lag and all that jazz. As you can see, a little bit slow. Usually it loads a bit faster. But I found that your damage does continue even if you're having to refresh mid-battle. That way, if you refresh there, you have time to get back in. Starting again with multi-shot. Chaos. Now, a lot of people like to hold their next skill. I don't believe in that. It's better to do it with timing. That way you don't restrict yourself or run into problems. Remember, your objective is to make sure you have a sniper hit. One thing I like to rely on is my awakening. That lets me know how far I am into my rounds. If I'm getting around right here, you'll know that you're close. So you can see, better this time. Got my last hit in. And as you see, nice, good amount. Again. Mr. Zard. Nice strong people in the server. Like I said before, it's a combination of S1, S4, and S7 for armor games. Gone through a lot of merges, so a lot of new faces, a lot of old people. See how it goes. Hopefully this time I'll be able to show you the full rotation that I use. I know the rune helps with the setting of your attacks. Soon you'll start to get a feel for your attacks and the lag. This time I could judge it. It's better. There you go. That's better. Sucks. The non-crit. Always detrimental, but what are you going to do? Now here's something important. You have to time the 5 really well. Now I may have missed it on that one. Still lagging. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and avoid refreshing this round. It's just a caching issue. Either that or my internet's running slow again. Now keep in mind, Hercules is my main. Actually, my main, as you saw earlier, is Athena. So it's not bad with mildly built Herc. Now, one thing that I found on Archers that's still a bug is that if your shot before the rune is a single shot, there's a drop in your rage. You gotta be careful of that. It is basically it's a bug, and it will hinder you in doing your sniper shot, AP shot, one of the two. So try not to rune after doing a single shot. Hopefully I can show you the full one. Again, brute. Looks like I'm going to lag a little bit. Hopefully, see what happens. Yeah, I'm lagging. So when you lag right there between the... Oh, it's a big time lag. Sucks. Not going to make it. Go ahead and refresh. Hopefully, these next 2 rounds I can show you the full rotation. But it looks like my internet today is running pretty slow. Oh, no. Faster that time. You see, after a refresh, it takes everything's trying to start a cache. You want everything repaired. You want no hindrances when you're doing your Sylph mode. Non-crit. It's gonna be close. That's a better round. 524. It's about done better as you saw earlier. Got like a 550 plus. Let's see if I can't catch you again. Looks like I'm lagging pretty bad. Might have to do this video another time and see what happens. Ooh, yeah, big time. Here's the toughest hit. Nope, missed it. So as you can see, sometimes lag. You just gotta determine it by the lag, adjust accordingly. for y'all who use T3 and higher, it can get pretty intense. So using this rotation is really, really fast. So get used to the speed and adjust accordingly. So now here's a perfect example. I'm not gonna have enough rage for an AP after a sniper. So obviously we adjust, we go to multi-shot. All this is all about timing. So in the middle of that Delphic, you don't even try for the AP because you're just gonna get hindered and it's gonna cause a lag and you actually may miss your last hit. With that, don't want to strike too early, don't want to strike too late. Not bad. There we go. It's starting to slow down. Alright, let's see if I can get my double hit on the last one. Stupid crits. There we go. Ah! Well, right there, there's a lot of time it gets pretty tough. But there's the ability where if you time it just right, you can do a single and that last hit right there. Of course, I'll be editing this later. Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. I apologize, pretty laggy. Don't know if it's servers or my internet. Probably a combination of both. Knowing R2. Let's see, it's a lot more instant on that one. Last hit. There we go. There's your double. That's how I get maximum damage. Granted, no crits are obviously going to reduce your damage. Usually that's around 750, 800k gold, but that helps. Well, hopefully this video has helped you guys, and for anyone who watches, and look for some future vids. Let me know if you need to make another one. And, this is, again, Fallen, formerly Shadow, from the combined servers of S1, S4, S7.